It's a great question, right? Are you still avoiding new technology? Listen, I want to share with everybody my opinion on this real quick, and not necessarily having to do with just the mortgage industry. Recently, my youngest son, who's not that young, he's 25 years old, went down to DMV to register his truck and to update the address on his driver's license. He went down there. In fact, he ended up going to two different DMVs. Now, why would that be? In each case, he went to these DMV facilities only to find out that you can't register your vehicle at the DMV. You have to do it online. And in fact, he said, can I get an updated photo and update my address? They said, we'll decide when you need a new photo and you can update your address online. Now, honestly, that blows my mind a little bit. That's where the technology's gone, even at the level of DMV. And so he had to learn to adopt login, dmv.gov, whatever the site is, right? And make those changes and modifications to his driver's license. And it made me think, wow, it's not just our industry that struggles with adopting new technology. It's in virtually everything we do. Even a grocery store with the self-checkout. How long did we avoid those? And now, how often do we use them? You know, it's interesting. I heard a speaker some years ago ask the audience the question, does anyone remember how Amazon started doing business and what they sold? Of course, the answer was Amazon sold books. And he asked the question, how many of you bought books from Amazon? Two hands went up. Then he asked the question, how many of you use Amazon today? And every hand went up. The technology becomes normal, part of our every working day process. The same is true with us here at Figure. We've built a platform, and actually we continue to improve it, largely based on all of your feedback with our partners. And it's a process that equals the product, and the process is tech driven. It does not look, feel, or act anything like a traditional loan process. Is that maybe a little hard to get used to at first? Yep. But is it ultimately where we're headed with technology? In my opinion, I also believe yes. So don't shy away from technology. Realize that in almost everything we do, there's some sort of new tech being applied, forcing us to adopt that technology just to function and get through our normal business day activities. So I encourage everybody, continue to adopt the technology. By the way, if you ever want to have any of these conversations, especially surrounding any of the technology within our industry, I'm a huge fan of those items, and I'm a huge fan of having those conversations. Be sure to reach out with my contact information down below. I'd love to spend some time with you.